Hello everybody, my name is Necroxis. Today we're doing something a little bit different, as you probably could see from the title below. We're reacting to the Pokemon Direct today, June 5th. I don't know, I don't talk about it a lot. I almost never talk about it on the channel specifically, but I'm a huge Pokemon fan. One of my very first games I can remember, besides my Sega Genesis and Sonic 2, was my original green brick Game Boy that I got when I was, I don't even know, 7 or 6, with Pokemon Blue, which was one of the first video games I've ever played. I've been in love with the franchise for a long time. Recently, I've liked most of the mainline games, except I had a big problem with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. I didn't buy them, I didn't support them, I didn't play them. At least I didn't play them on an owned copy that I had. I played a little bit on a friend's copy when I went to their house once, but suffice it to say, I didn't like how the game seemed to have been dumbed down and made more simplistic just because they wanted to sell to little kids, I guess. My problem with Nintendo has been always that despite being a great company, I feel like they really underestimate their adult audience when they're doing stuff like new Mario games, new Zelda games, new Pokemon games, stuff like that. Mario is a different case because I think Odyssey is pretty fantastic. Breath of the Wild is also very good, but a different discussion to be had. But I really liked Breath of the Wild as a game. I just never thought it would. I just think it's a horrible Zelda game, I guess, is my point. I think it's a fantastic game, but a horrible Zelda game. Anyway, so going back to Pokemon, I really hated how Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee were treated kind of like it's children games. And I think Nintendo really is, for a company that does really great things, Nintendo has a really big tendency of sticking its foot in its mouth and doing really stupid stuff. You know, things like giving what everyone wanted for Mario Maker 2, you know, online multiplayer, but then not letting you play with your friends, which is like the dumbest idea you could possibly have in 2019 when games have been doing it for over a decade already, playing online with your friends. So that's a good example. Another one more specific to Pokemon is the Pokemon Masters game. When it first came out, like I said on Twitter, I was like, holy cow, they're making a Pokemon game with all of the trainers from the entire franchise. This is something that I've always wanted. You know, it's something so cool to me that you can verse, you know, Professor Oak or Pokemon Trainer Blue, all the way up to the new Pokemon trainers in one game, and then they put it as a mobile game instead, built by a company that is famous for microtransactioning their games. So it's like something really amazing, followed by some stupid decision. It's kind of like a monkey's paw wish. So here's the Pokemon Direct for Pokemon Sword and Shield. I haven't seen this. I just saw this about 10 minutes ago online. I was going to go watch it, but then I said, let's do a reaction instead. So there's been very little information before today. I'm excited. I hope that there's not as much. I know there's going to be, because they can't help but doing this with all the Pokemon games now. I hope there's not a bunch of fluff and frivolous junk junking up the Pokemon games, you know, the camera mode from, you know, the Alolan games, stuff like that, which I was not a big fan of. It felt kind of like a tacked on feature rather than the main game, which is already good. So I guess let's see. All right, we're going to begin this in 3, 2, 1, now.
Welcome to Pokemon Direct. I'm Ishihara from the Pokemon
This
Company.
is 16 minutes, so strap in.
Today, I would like to provide the latest news about the Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield games.
Nintendo, please don't copyright me.
Please take a look at this video.
I might have to do some editing to edit the images at some point. Ooh. This looks pretty good. I mean, Sopple is like the only choice. Am I right, everyone? Any other choice and you're wrong. Sorry. Oh! Oh, the Pokemon represents a woman! An old lady. This is pretty damn good music. Oh, yeah. Whoa, what is that guy? This is a very stereotypical reaction. Oh! Wow. Holy cow, there's so many varied environments this time. What? Mega Gyarados! Except not Mega Gyarados, just a mega-sized Gyarados. Jesus, the world was destroyed that day. When giant... What the fuck? What is happening? We're kaijus now. And that day, giant Raichu destroyed the remaining half of the world. What the hell was that? That seems like a gimmick. I'm a little apprehensive about it, but I'll give it a shot. Whoa. Tryhard boy with the hat. Buff boy. What? Who's that? It's gotta be like a high-ranking NPC. So much time was spent on the giant Pokemon.
Hello,
I don't know
I'm
about
Masuda
this.
from Game Freak.
Hi, I'm Omori from Game Freak.
What did you think of the video? Today, we would like to deliver the latest news on Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield to all of you around the world, right here from Game Freak's offices where development is underway.
It looks really damn
You
good.
can take on the role of the main character, who resides in the Galar region.
Gala.
After choosing Grookey, Scorbunny, or Sobble as your first
Sobble,
partner
of
Pokemon,
course.
you will embark on an adventure to become the champion. Your journey will take you through vast and lush grasslands, towns in which you will find humans and Pokemon working together, and many other locations filled with rich personality.
Pokemon battles are the most popular form of entertainment in the Galar region. Stadiums across the Galar region are frequently filled with cheering crowds that have gathered to witness battles
Look at this
between
buff
gym
boy.
leaders and challengers. The excitement of these battles is often broadcast on television in the Galar region as well.
They all wear the same color.
The most exciting part of visiting a new region is, of course, encountering Pokemon that you've never seen before.
Show them to me.
To tell you more about some of the Pokemon that reside in the Galar region, I'd like to hand it over to James, the art director on these games.
Hey, Jamie.
Oh, that little sheep!
Hello. I'm James Turner from Game Freak.
Oh, the art director is,
I
what,
worked as
English?
the art director for these games.
Interesting.
There are a lot of never-before-seen Pokemon that await you in the Galar region. But allow me
I mean,
to
this one
introduce
definitely-
you to just a few of them.
Definitely felt like a more England theme. That's what we all
The
thought when we
first
heard Sword
Pokemon
and Shield,
I'd like to
English.
show you is Wooloo.
Wooloo!
This Pokemon's defining characteristic is its fluffy fur.
Move
which
over,
is treasured
Mareep.
by weavers in a town in the Galar region, who use it to craft popular specialty goods.
I hope he's not just normal type.
This Pokemon here is Gossifleur, the flowering Pokemon.
This is so French
Gossifleur
and
favors
English.
places with clean air and water.
Although Kalos
and
was
its
France,
pollen
right?
is said
So,
to have healing properties.
interesting.
This next Pokemon is called Dreadnought, the bite Pokemon.
Dreadnought!
The sharp
Nice.
and jagged edges of its jaw allow it to bite off chunks of rock.
Blastoise
and
is the
iron.
OG blue turtle
Its
Pokemon.
vicious nature makes it a difficult Pokemon to tame for all but the most experienced.
This guy's pretty
trainers.
cool.
This Pokemon that can be seen flying steadily through the sky
I want this one.
is called Corviknight.
Corviknight is what Dark and
It
Steel?
puts its skills to use
gotta
when
be.
working as a flying taxi, which
Flying
will take
taxi?
the player back to any town he or she has previously visited.
I don't care about that. I want to own it. I want to
As
fight
many
with
of
it.
you already know, some Pokemon can evolve.
It's either Dark and
changing their
Flying,
appearance
or
and
Steel and
becoming
Flying, or
stronger
Dark
in
and
the
Steel,
process.
which is what I hope it is. Dark and Steel.
Gossifleur is one of these Pokemon. When Gossifleur evolves,
Whoa!
it becomes Eldergoss. As you can see,
Not what I would have
there are now
expected.
small seeds scattered across its fuzzy head. These seeds are said to promote growth in plants and can revitalize both people and Pokemon. That's all I can show you this time.
Oh, come on.
There are lots more Pokemon living in the Galar region for you to discover.
It's got to be coming out this year,
Of
right?
course, you
Give me
can
some
look
more
forward to
sneak
finding
peeks.
many Pokemon you're already familiar with. I hope you're as excited as we are to encounter the amazing variety of Pokemon that inhabit the Galar region.
I'm excited. Just don't fill up the game with a bunch of fluff, and I'll be good. It looks pretty good so far. Art style is not as main console as I would like,
Meeting
but it's
lots
still
of
pretty
Pokemon
nice.
is one of the thrills of the adventure. And where you will find the widest variety of Pokemon out of anywhere in the Galar region is in a place called the Wild Area. This wild area stretches between cities and is filled with abundant nature
New
as far as
Safari
the eye
Zone?
can see. Different Pokemon can appear depending on where you are and what the weather is like, meaning there will be new discoveries for you each day. Some of you may already have noticed, but while adventuring through this area, you have control over the camera, allowing you to better search for items and Pokemon.
That's nice.
Search far and wide in the tall grass, in the skies above, and even in the lakes, for you never know what you might find. In certain locations in the Galar region, a new phenomenon can be triggered
I have
that makes
thoughts
a
about that,
Pokemon
but I need more
giant
information
in
on the
size
wild
and gives it
area.
incredible strength. This phenomenon is called Dynamaxing. Dynamaxing opens up new possibilities in the heated battles performed by trainers and their Pokemon.
So this is what, new Mega Evolution?
For more details, I would like to turn it over to Iwao,
Not
the
actual
planning
Mega
director for the
Evolutions,
games.
but, you know, the new feature like the Mega Evolutions was. It's called Kaijuification.
Hi, I'm Iwao from Game Freak and the planning director for Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. Let me tell you more about the new Dynamax feature, which will surely bring about all new strategies to Pokemon battles. Pokemon from the Galar region can Dynamax to not only become massive in size, but also boost their power.
Okay.
All the moves they know turn into powerful max moves. Dynamaxing can be used once per battle.
Yeah,
However,
it's Mega
the
Evolutions.
Pokemon will revert to normal after 3 turns. So, you need to choose wisely when to trigger it. Mastering Dynamax will be key to becoming a full-fledged Pokemon trainer in
Rip
these
competitive
games.
Pokemon.
Remember that wild
I'm
area
glad I
I told
don't
you
do.
about? If you connect to other players, you'll find more ways to play there. One of these new multiplayer features is called Max Raid Battles, in which 4 Pokemon trainers can join forces to challenge wild Dynamax Pokemon.
Not a fan.
In Max Raid Battles, the wild Dynamax Pokemon keeps its giant form for the entire battle. Not only that, it also has special powers that make it an extremely formidable opponent. Only one of these 4 players who have teamed up for the Max Raid battle will be able to Dynamax their Pokemon in each battle, so coordinating with your team will be crucial when taking on these powerful wild Pokemon. If you and your allies manage to emerge victorious, you will get a chance to capture the Pokemon in a truly dynamic catch sequence.
See, I always, when new Pokemon
The
games come
Pokemon that you
out,
can take on in Max Raid battles also vary depending on where you are in the wild area and the state of the weather.
I always have at least 2 or 3,
Among these
sometimes
different
4 other
Pokemon
friends who
are
are
some
playing
that
at
can
the
only
same
be
time.
caught after you defeat them in Max Raid battles. So we hope trainers will join forces
But even
and
then-
test their skills against a variety of Pokemon.
I want the single player game to be a single player and
Max
fulfilling
Raid
for
Battles
me.
feature strategic cooperative 4-player gameplay against a single Pokemon, which is a first for the main
And there's
series
so much
of
focus
Pokemon
on
games.
this. I'm concerned.
It's going to be a ton of fun to use your Nintendo Switch system's local wireless functionality to tackle these battles with friends in person and experience the excitement together.
You have to be
You
local.
can also connect with other players
oh.
over the internet to
Okay.
enjoy playing with other trainers from
All right.
all around the globe.
I was gonna say, come
So
on.
I hope you'll try Max Raid battles with all sorts of other players.
Not a fan of that idea. I don't like the forced multiplayer.
Next, I would like to introduce some of the people you'll encounter on your adventure.
I guess we'll see if it's actually forced to how prevalent it is. When
This
we get
guy
more
is
info,
the greatest trainer in the Galar region, and also the current champion.
Yeah.
His name is Leon. In a region where Pokemon battles are so widely
I
enjoyed,
like his beard.
his undefeated record in official matches is all the more incredible. His popularity is only enhanced by his shining personality, winning him the adoration of trainers across the region. It's no exaggeration to say that he is the most prominent trainer in all of Galar.
Will this be voiced?
The champion has a younger brother, who also happens to be one of your rivals. His name is Hop. Hop dreams to one day become champion, just like his elder brother.
I hope so.
And he trains vigorously every day towards this goal.
It should be as a main console game.
His journey through the Galar region begins on the same day as yours. On your journey, you and Hop will receive a great deal of support from these two characters.
Oh, I love her.
Professor Magnolia is the professor of the Galar region and specializes in researching the Dynamax phenomenon.
Nice.
Sonia is her granddaughter and also serves as her assistant.
She's so cute.
Their abundant wisdom and sound advice will surely come in handy throughout your adventure.
I was just saying I wanted more old lady characters and stuff, and I'm big fan.
Next, I would like to talk about the Pokemon gyms in the Galar region.
I was thinking, are there going to be gyms this time
You
again?
and your rival will need to take on
I
the
hope so.
Pokemon gyms throughout the region in order to achieve your goal of becoming champion.
Because Alola went away with gyms, so
These gym stadiums are constructed in very special locations that allow for Pokemon to be Dynamaxed. The gym leaders also have extremely powerful Dynamax Pokemon on their teams,
see?
so you will need to counter them with some of your own.
The whole game is built around this dumb Dynamax system. I'm not a fan of that idea.
Battles between two Dynamax Pokemon are explosive and will cause the energy and excitement in the stadium to reach its peak. Let me introduce one of the gym leaders to you.
Buff Boy?
This is the Grass-type expert, Milo. This gym leader is all about enjoying battles alongside his trustworthy Pokemon, and you will have to overcome his tenacious fighting style to continue your journey. Look forward to
He's a buff
facing
boy
many
with
more
freckles.
heated battles against gym leaders over the course
I'm a
of your
fan.
adventure.
We've shown off quite a bit today, but I have one more video I would like you to see.
I wonder if we're going to get
Please take a look.
a release date with this. I assume we will. They usually do it around this time of year. It's probably going to be out December, like right before Christmas, or maybe like early in November. I would say not until at least November. Oh, the legendaries. Whoa. Oh my god. It's just Sif. The Pokemon creators were playing Dark Souls, and they're like, let's make that into a legendary. I want to see them combine into Sword and Shield. That's what I want to see.
The two Pokemon you saw in the video just now are in fact legendary Pokemon of the Galar region, called Zacian and Zamazenta.
Zamazenta.
Look forward to discovering for yourself just what role Zacian and Zamazenta will play in the story.
It looked like they were both looking to fight something else, like the third legendary of the game.
I hope you enjoyed today's Pokemon Direct. Of course, what we revealed today is just a small part of what you will find in Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. There are many more Pokemon and interesting characters for you to discover in the Galar region.
We're putting everything we've got here at Game Freak into making Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield
Release
a
date?
game that everyone around the world will enjoy.
Oh, that was the region map. I didn't get a good look at it. I wonder if that's already been online.
Please look forward to it.
Thanks to all of our guests from Game Freak. Finally, I would like to announce the release date. Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield.
Like right in the
will
middle
be
of what I was
available on
thinking.
November 15th, 2019, as a global simultaneous release.
Nice.
On the same day, We'll also be offering a dual pack version, which includes the following contents. I hope you will look forward to your new Pokemon adventure in the Galar region.
The dual pack. So buy both games? Is that all it is?
Thank you for watching.
Huh. Interesting. This is the UK trailer, by the way. If you couldn't tell from UK. Because Nintendo didn't have a short version of that on their website. So, interesting. I'm cautiously optimistic. There are some things I'm not too happy with. The Dynamax system. I'm willing to give it a chance because I wasn't a huge fan of Mega Evolutions at first, and I still am not. They're still not my favorite thing, but they're okay. See, the problem is I always want Pokemon games to try and have more in-depth combat systems, but they always, and this is more in-depth, I guess technically, if you want to be honest about it, but the way they go about making it more in-depth is always like by just adding a gimmick on top of like the normal system. Instead of like evolving the entire system, they kind of just stick like a glob of this extra goop on top of it and say, well, now it's different. You know, first it was Mega Evolutions, and now it's Alolan forms, and now it's the Dynamax system. And all the gym trainers, using Dynamax Pokemon, of course, because all the gym trainers, when Mega Evolutions first came out, all had one Mega Evolution Pokemon. I hope it's just one. I hope when they were talking about like the special Dynamax versions for the gym trainers, I hope it's just one Pokemon that can do that. When I say stuff like this, people are always like, "Well, what then do you want?" And it's hard because I don't know, like completely, and I know that's a failure on my part to articulate my problems with systems like this. But like I say with WoW a lot of the time, sometimes when someone just says, "I don't like this," it's still valuable information, even if they don't give a perfect fix themselves. I would really like to just see more types. Would be cool. I would really like to see, maybe 3 types on certain Pokemon would be very interesting to vary up the combat. I don't know. See, I don't know, but I'm not the hugest fan of gimmicks. Like I said, I'm not. It's not like I'm still gonna buy it probably day one, and we'll see how it goes. But it's strange to me. The only other thing that's a little hesitant to me is the raid system, where 4 people take on one Dynamax Pokemon. I hope that that's just completely optional, and I hope that if I don't want to do that in my single-player game, I don't have to do it, and I won't be punished in some way for it. I feel really bad for people who are competitive Pokemon fans. I guess they're used to Game Freak just adding in gimmicks on top of their fighting, their competitive scene, but I remember when Mega Evolutions first came out, it was like a huge, like Nintendo just stuck their spoon in like the competitive pot and just like whirled it really violently, and people had to like frantically try to figure out how to respond to that. I'm also curious if you have a team of 6 Pokemon, can one of them Dynamax and can one of them Mega Evolution or Mega Evolve? I wonder if Mega Evolution is even in this game anymore. Because, it's... Like I said, the problem with gimmicks is they keep throwing these globs of gimmicks on various gameplay portions of various generations. But when you start building up, like, okay, now we have Mega Evolutions, now we have Alolan forms, now we have Dynamax system, then they have to figure out, okay, how can we make all of these work together and not just be like a huge freaking mess? Which is, I guess, goes back to my point where I would rather them evolve the base system. I would be even down if they just like redid the entire system in a new generation for gameplay, for combat. Because once again, now we have a situation where, okay, so can I Dynamax and Mega Evolve? Can I only Mega Evolve? Which one is stronger, Mega Evolution or Dynamaxing? It's a big mess. So I guess we'll see what they do with it. I don't know. I'm not writing any of that off right now. It's just those are, I guess, areas of concern that I would have. I think a lesser concern I might have, and the reason I'm only bringing up these 3 is because most of it looks completely fine to me. Like, unlike Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu, where they like, let's just strip out a bunch of the systems of the game. This looks like it has everything still, and it's just a solid game. So most of this I have no problem with. So let me be clear. Like, it looks really cool. It looks really exciting. But I'm focusing on little areas of concern because there's not a lot of specifics about it, which is something Pokemon and Nintendo games do a lot. They'll put out a lot of information, but they'll put them out in general states and really not be specific about things. So you're kind of like, I wonder how this works, or I wonder how this works, I wonder if this is going to be better than this, or that's what I'm thinking right now. So the only other thing is the art style. I was really hoping that now, since Pokemon has become a console game, and this is what it is, you can say that the Switch is still a mobile game, which is technically true, and that's how they like to advertise it. But the Nintendo Switch is a console. It's a console game that you can take on the move. It's not a mobile game. It's not a handheld game. It's a console game in terms of the definition of console games, one that you can just take with you as you go. So I really was hoping that the graphics would be a little bit better than this, because it kind of just looks like Pokemon Let's Go. Like, it looks like the graphic style has not improved since then, which is not super surprising, because I've said this, and most people I know realize this too, they probably were working on Let's Go as well as Sword and Shield at the same time, and they're just reusing assets, swapping back and forth. But I would have really preferred if the art style was more sophisticated. I'm saying, in my opinion, Sword and Shield should not look like a handheld game anymore, and it still does to me, which is a little bit disappointing. The environments still look great. I think my main problem actually is with just character models. Not even Pokemon, just the character models still look very like 2014, 2013-ish to me. But other than that, it looks super cool. I'm very curious. Out of the two legendaries, I think I like the Sword one more, but I'm not sure if that's just because I have the lingering love of Dark Souls infecting it, because that Sword Pokemon is just Sif, basically, from Dark Souls. Let's all be honest. It's just Sif with like a couple more spikes on it in a different color. And Sif is cool. He's the goodest boy. So I'll probably end up going with Sword. Although I'll have to see if the combo pack is like $120, like if they're charging like the main fee for each one together, if it's not like discounted some amount, like if it was like 60 or 70, sure, I would do it. But if it's like $110, $120, I'm not going to do the combo pack. But right now, my mind is set on getting Pokemon Sword. So anyway, that's pretty cool. Let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments below. Nintendo, please don't copyright this. It's fair use. I know you're really horrible with fair use. And you like to go way over the board like you did with when you destroyed the emulation community because you're upset that people emulate the games that you refuse to sell to us even though we would buy it. But please, Nintendo, this is fair use. I'm probably going to have to do a little bit of editing on the video when I put this out. But anyway, let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments below. I'm cautiously optimistic after I think the Pokemon franchise dipped a little bit with Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. So here's hoping. I'll see you guys next time. Stay awesome, and farewell.